In this lesson, I'm going to show you a tool that I think every guitar player should have in their toolbox, and that's how to play a country shuffle like Buck Owens, king of the Bakersfield Sound. So first I'm going to show you how to count and play a country shuffle. I'm also going to show you the importance of locking into a solid strum pattern and how that could really help to define sections of a song. Last, I'm going to show you how to layer guitars just like Buck Owens did on the Buckaroos records. Stick around for the lesson. All right, before we start, make sure you grab the free tab notation and track at the link down below so you could follow along and practice some of the stuff that I'm covering in this lesson. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're digging what I'm showing you here, hitting that subscribe button helps me out a bunch. Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that we're not Buck Owens and we're never going to play just like Buck Owens. But if you're a country music fan and you're going to jams or you're just strumming tunes with friends, you're probably going to end up playing a bunch of Buck Owens tunes. And if you're in the working world as a musician, then, you're on gigs, you're in sessions, you're probably going to get directions like, I need you to kind of do the Bakersfield Sound thing or the Buckaroos thing or the California kind of honky-tonk thing. You get a wide variety of directions like this from artists or producers. And if you're unfamiliar with what to do, this lesson will help you. So let's get into it. Okay, number one, you're going to want to use a dreadnought style guitar. Now this is more for folks that are recording, but Buck used Martins, he used the Fender King model, he used the Harmony signature model, the Buck Owens signature model they made for him, all dreadnought size guitars. And I do think it matters when you're recording and trying to get the sound right. For those of you that are just going to jam sessions or strumming tunes with friends, this doesn't matter that much. Use whatever you're comfortable with. Number two, you have to have an understanding of how to count and feel a country shuffle. So a country shuffle is in 12/8. That's what meter it's in. It's not in 4/4. And it's called a compound meter because every beat is divided into 3 equal parts rather than 2 equal parts. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like you would hear in 4/4, every beat is divided into 3 equal parts, so it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. That subdivision and internalizing it is really important for counting and playing a country shuffle. Let me show you that on guitar. So let's just take a G chord, and I'm going to strum 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here. Tap my foot on every 1, so I know where all the downbeats are. We're just going to count and strum along. It's not a shuffle yet, but we're getting there. So step 1, just learn how to subdivide it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's how we're subdividing it. Now what I want to do is go back, and I still want to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for every beat. But what we're going to do is purposely miss beat 2. We're going to leave it out. So we're only going to be strumming on beat 1, 1, 2, and beat 3. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you're at the heart of a shuffle. This is a slow shuffle, so it doesn't kind of feel like the thing yet, but that's where you kind of want to start. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And saying it out loud like that, that's going to really help you. For anyone that's new at this, that's going to really help you counting it and feeling it. Once you have it, you can start to speed up the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of internally what's going on when I'm doing that. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you internalize this and you just start to feel it, and then you could start to play a little bit with the feel and get it to lock in to different players, different recordings, different tunes. But you have to start with really understanding how it works. Number 3, strumming. So whatever strum pattern you pick for your song or somebody else's song, or whatever strum pattern you hear on a record for one of your favorite songs that you're covering, make sure you stay consistent. Stay with that strum pattern. You don't want to be changing up the strum pattern every couple measures or constantly adding variations, because It doesn't give anything for the rest of the band to lock into, and it ends up being really distracting. People start noticing your strum pattern more than they're noticing the vocal, and we don't necessarily want that. Let me give you an example. Let's take a tune like Act Naturally by the Buckaroos here, and let's take a look at the verse. So it's in the key of G, and we have a 1, 4, 5 in G, and the strum pattern is this: 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's a quarter note, 2 beats of eighths, and a quarter note. And that stays perfectly consistent for the entirety of that verse, really right up into the very last measure where it sets up a break, which changes because it has a different intention now, setting up a break. But I'll just take you through that a little bit. So when we're switching chords, we don't change a thing. Now, another thing that you could do with strum patterns is you could use strum patterns to really help define a different section of music. In a tune like this, like Act Naturally, we really do have an A section and a B section. And that B section of this tune, you could call it the chorus, you could call it the bridge. I just kind of think of it as a B section. But the feel does change there, and mainly because Buck changes the strum pattern. And that really helps set that section apart from the verse. So when we get to that, let's say, chorus or bridge, we're going back and forth mainly between a 5 chord, the D, and the G. And he changes the strum pattern to a syncopated strum pattern like this. So what we're doing there is we're tying together the upbeat of 2 to the downbeat of 3, which is why you'll see me kind of ghost strum on beat 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So we have a quarter note, 2 eighths tied to the downbeat, eighth on the up, downbeat on 4. Now the trick is making sure that you could go back and forth between those sections without any kind of hiccups or anything, making sure that you really know those rhythms, you're locked in, and you could go from one measure where you have this syncopated kind of thing back to the verse and into that new strum or that old strum pattern without any kind of change. That's the trick. But changing up strum patterns for sections of music can be really helpful as an arrangement tool. But overall, whatever you decide to do in a section or for a whole tune, whatever it is, make sure that you're consistent. Number 4, layering acoustic guitars. This is something that Buck Owens does on almost every single Buckaroos recording, and it creates a nice full sound and a more balanced mix. So this is not just for recording guitar players. This technique I'm about to show you is going to be great for anyone who's just strumming tunes with friends or going to jam sessions. This is going to help you play something that complements another guitar player well and create a more full sound and a better arrangement. Before I show you how to layer those guitars, I'll make this real quick, but I put out a whole course on Buck Owens and Don Rich's rhythm guitar playing called the Bakersfield Sound Rhythm Edition. And it's on sale now at the link down below. In this course, I cover all the tools you need to play acoustic guitar parts and electric rhythm guitar parts, just like Buck and Don did. I'm going to be covering note-for-note transcriptions of tunes like Act Naturally, Close Up the Honky Tonks, Hello Trouble, and Love Is Gonna Live Here Again. It's a great course. It's on sale now. Grab it below. Save a little money. All right, back to the lesson. Let's start layering guitar parts. So guitar 1, this is going to be my foundation. This is going to be all open position chords, all your cowboy chords. No 7s, no 6s. For you recording guitar players, this is the guitar part that you're going to be hearing always in the left channel on Buckaroos recordings. All open position. All right, so let's revisit our Act Naturally verse. And I'm going to use that same strum pattern, that 1, 2, and 3, and 4. For each one of these chords, and I'm going to play through that verse one time, and then we're going to add in another layer to this. But let's start with laying down our foundation. Here we go. All right, now with guitar 2, I want to get away from that register I was just in. So I want to capo up further on the neck, and I want to be as far as I can away from that register without it being uncomfortable. I also want to make sure that I'm far enough away from these open position chords that the timbre of the guitar changes a bit. So this is where knowing your basic cage shapes can really help you find this position faster, but I'll just take you through my process here. So for that verse, I'm using 1, 4, 5, G, C, D, and I could go into the next position and find that G, C, and D. A lot of the same notes, kind of in the same register. Let me move it up again to maybe a D-shaped G chord. I got 1, 4, 5, not bad. It's far, but I think I could comfortably go up a little bit higher and still be playing these chords without an issue. So if I go for a C-shaped G chord, an E-shaped C chord, and a G-shaped D chord, that all kind of works, and I will put my capo here at the 7th fret. So that's what we're going to do here, just like Buck would do on the recording of Act Naturally, capo 7. All right, now that I'm in this second guitar part here, now that I'm in this new register and I'm on top of the old guitar part, I could start adding in 7s if I want. They always sound better when they're on that higher guitar part. And it's just more stylistically correct for this kind of music too. So for my 5 chord, that D chord, I'm going to throw a 7 in here and make this a dominant 7. So a D7 chord. So now I have 1. My 4 chord is going to be that E shape. I'll play it just like Buck does, with the fingers making that F chord and thumb coming over the top to grab that C on the bottom. And then I got my D7. So 1, 4, 5. All right, so let's bring up the track. I'm going to keep the strum pattern exactly the same. And we're going to lay down this second acoustic guitar part that's going to be all the way in the right channel, balancing out what we did on the first track. So what I did is great for when you're recording, but it's also great if you're just strumming tunes with a friend. You got someone who's playing in open position, throwing a capo up higher on the neck, play those same chords up higher, add in some melodic embellishments, add in some like chord extensions. All this stuff is going to make for a more full, interesting arrangement. Way better arrangement for 2 guitars than both of you playing down in open position. All right, make sure you grab the free tab notation and backing track for this lesson so you can play along. Also makes for a great jam track. And please be sure to subscribe. That stuff really helps me out in growing this channel. Also, don't forget the Bakersfield Sound Rhythm Edition. It's on sale at the link below. Go grab it, save a little money. It's essential stuff for any country guitar player. Thanks for watching. Check out the next video.